Okay, so on this one's a little different. They got a little bit different stuff going on. They want a 90-degree clockwise. So we've been doing a lot of counterclockwise. This one's clockwise. So that means, clockwise means it's going to go clockwise is to the right, isn't it? Like a clock goes to the right. So and it's not about the origin, it's about L, not the origin. Do you notice that? It's about L, not the origin. So they want me to rotate this about L, not the origin. So that's kind of weird. We're used to always having the origin be the center of rotation, but on this one, L is the center. So they want me to go right there. L is the center. It's like where we're going to put our finger down and rotate the triangle around that center. L is the center, not the origin. So that's very different. Okay, so how do we do it? Oh, and then afterwards, we have to move it. So this is a double problem. We're going to have to first rotate it 90 degrees clockwise about L as my center. Kind of rotate it up like that. And then afterwards, I'm going to have to translate it, move it 3 to the right and 2 up. So we have 2 things to do. All right, so let's do it. So I'm going to start like with point J. It doesn't matter. You can start with either point. I'll just start with point J. And let me draw an arm. Here, let me make this my center. So L is my center. And then let me draw an arm out to it. So let's say, okay. So that would be down to, let me make that a little bigger. Down to, over 2, huh? So that's going to be a 2-2 arm. So I'm just doing 1 point at a time. That's how we always do rotations, right? We draw an arm. Notice I'm going from L because L is the center. Normally I'm over here, and I would go like down and over all the way to a point. But that's when the origin is your center. The origin is not my center on this one. It's about L. They want you to use L, not the origin, as your center. So starting from L, go out to each point with an arm. Straight down, straight over, 2-2. And then rotate that clockwise. So how do I do that? It means this way, 90 degrees, right? So the new arm will go 2-2, like that. 2-2. And then here's the new dot, J prime. And we still have to move the triangle. So we're not done. This is just kind of intermittent, halfway, or so to speak, for the first dot. So is that good for the first rotation image of J prime? So again, you start from the center, which is not the origin on this one. It's L. And you go straight down, straight over, draw an arm to J, rotate it 90 degrees like a clock to the right. And so it's going to go 2-2 like that. And there's J prime. All right. And then I'll erase that. Get rid of this. Go back. Now we're going to start from L, which is our center, and we're going to draw to K. And how do we get to K? Well, that'll be an arm straight down, 2. And then we rotate that 90 degrees to the right, like a clock, clockwise. And that'll be 2 right there. And that's the image K prime. That one was easier because the arm was just straight down. I didn't have to go down and then over. Is that good? Questions so far? So that arm went straight down 2, rotate 90, straight over 2. There's K prime. Okay, now let's get rid of this. Finally, what about L? Well, he's not going to go anywhere. L prime is just right there, right? Because he's the center of rotation. If you put your pencil down or your pin down or your finger down on a point, like right there, and you rotate about that point's not going to move, right? The center of rotation doesn't move at all. That is the center. That's where we're putting our finger down and we're rotating everything else around that point. So that point itself will not move. It's just going to stay put. Now, so we're halfway. At this point, we're halfway through the problem. Let me draw what we've got so far. We've got this, whoops, we've got this triangle right there. But that's the rotation. Now we have to do the second part, which is the translation, which says go 3 to the right and 2 up. So I have to take each of those points one at a time, and I got to go 3 to the right and 2 up. So I take L prime and go 1. I go 1, 2, 3 to the right, and 1, 2 up. There we go. There is L double prime. I went 3 right and 2 up. Let's do the same thing for J. 1, 2, 3 to the right, and 1, 2 up. 3 to the right, 2 up. There is J double prime. So for each point, 3 right, 2 up. And now J. Finally for J, the same thing. 1, 2, 3 right, 1, 2 up. There it is. There is J double prime. All right, we did it. So now let's connect them for our final image triangle. Wait a minute, I'm getting confused. Did I do something wrong? Oh yeah, what am I doing? I moved the original. That was crazy of me. Sorry, let me go back. I'm supposed to move K prime. 1, 2, 3. That was crazy. Sorry. Let's try that again. I'm supposed to move these 3 dots, right? I went back to the original. I should not have done that. You're supposed to take the 3 from the rotation. I just got a little lost. And then move them. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There we go. There's K double prime. All right, there is the real deal. Boom, boom, boom. So I moved the whole triangle. So the 3 right and 2 up. So when all is said and done, I rotated this shape 90 degrees about center L. And then I moved every point right 3 up 2, right 3 up 2, right 3 up 2. So the whole triangle moved right 3 up 2. Now they want the coordinates of all those points. So what are the coordinates of all those points? Well, let's see. This point is L double prime is 0, 0. And J double prime, that looks like it's what? Back 2, up 2. That's his X and Y. X and Y. J double prime is back 2, up 2. Remember, with coordinates, you have to put the 2 parentheses with the comma in the middle. And K double prime, I'll put it right here, looks like it's back 2, up 0. That's the XY for K double prime. Back 2, up 0. So they want the coordinates of each of those 3 points when all is said and done. So that was a complex one. Double. So we had to clockwise rotate about L, 90-degree rotation like a clock to the right, and then move all 3 points, right 3 up 2, right 3 up 2, right 3 up 2, and write the coordinates for the final image triangle, this one. So there we go.